Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Jada Street Fighter M Bison. These are available right now at BBTS. That is where I got it, but I will post links to other places that you can possibly get it to help support the channel. If you're interested, you just want to get this, but I really want to take a look at this one. I've got the other ones that came out, the regular releases, all but Dalsim. I'll get him later on, but I wanted to pick this one up. I want to see how he is. Is he better than the other bucks? Because this is a bigger figure on a bigger buck, yet still only $25. If you don't have a Jada figure, if you're into action figures, if you're into Street Fighter, this is really something for you, because these figures, they may be the best independent line. I don't even know if you could consider them independent, small company. They might be the best actual 6-inch figures for $25 going. Just the way they move, the way they articulate, the way they feel. So anyway, as you can see, this is the Street Fighter 2 Ultra. It is in a game console, so that's how you're looking at it. And in the back, you'll see it has his little gameplay or whatever. And then on the side, you just have the same figures. Here you have all the players, and eventually we'll probably get them all. But, you know, Jada's been popping out like Player 2 stuff and Evil Ryu and different things like that. So here he is. Let's get this open. Let's see how he works, and let's see if he's better than the other ones, because bigger bucks sometimes aren't the greatest, but I got faith this bad boy is going to be good. So if you like this type of stuff, if you like Jada Street Fighter stuff, I'm dropping all these. I am picking up all the regular releases. Take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Street Fighter video. Alright, so we got him out. He does come with these instructions that tells you how to take his cape off and put on his other Poltrons, so you don't have to have the cape if you don't like. Alright, so quickly we'll take a look at what he comes with. He comes with a fist punch effect, which looks pretty cool. All their stuff is translucent, so it does look nice. If you made it glow in the dark, it'd be even that much better, Jada. I'm just saying there. But again, nice little detail. Just gonna throw the fist in there, and obviously you can still see the fist. You can see my hand, so you know that will work. He has the second head, all right, which is he's got some pupils there, but it's all white, just white teeth. A little bit of rub on his emblem on his hat, so that's not the greatest, but nice little texture to it. I will say the one gripe that I would have about some of them is that the paint hasn't been that great. All right, but you got the hair in the back that looks good. All right, he's got 2 different hands. All right, and then the pauldrons, the pauldrons to replace on the cape. So now let's take a look at this figure and let's see what we think of him. So you look here, he has the white eyes. I don't see any pupils in this one. So there are pupils, right? Like, I'm not crazy. I mean, those are pupils, or it really missed a really weird spot when they were putting paint on it. This one is just white, no pupils. I feel like we still have kind of the same issues, although this hat looks a little bit better. And it is a soft feel, right? So it's a nice soft feel. Good design. Not a lot of paint in the face, but you can see the hair there. I feel like, again, not the greatest factory when they're coming some of this coming out. Again, this is a $25 figure, so I'm not going to complain too much, but I'm just trying to point things out. So before people get mad, I'm just pointing little things out. All right, so paint all the way down. He has a diaphragm cut. He's got a little lightning bolt on his belt. Belt looks pretty good there. Then we're going to go down to the wonderful, wonderful shin guards that I know people absolutely love on G.I. Joe. It's got some gauntlets right here, just painted in silver. On the back, the belt goes all the way around. All right. And quickly, here is his cape. It is a wired cape. So you can get it just to completely stand or stand here like it is blowing. So if you're going to do photography, you can do wonderful photography with this. All right. I love the way this figure looks already, but it is a nice cape. It feels like, I mean, it's not cloth. It's more like those plastic tablecloths. But the way that it runs through, I mean, it looks really good. So, all right. And then to get it off, all right, you just kind of pop it up like this. So they're independent. Obviously, you don't want to leave that on there, so they gave you separate pauldrons, which I'm assuming there is your right. Eventually, you'll figure out if you have it on the wrong one, like I do right now. So it just snaps right on there. But to be honest, I want them with the cape on. But we're going to go over the articulation and show you. So that's how he sits. I'm worried about these feet here, how far they go up. Oh, okay. So this is all nice and rubber. So that's been the one thing that I've really praised about these Jada figures is this is a nice, soft, pliable rubber. So you can move the figures in any position that you want. You don't have to worry about this getting in the way like a G.I. Joe or Valaverse or a lot of other figures that use overlays like that. So we'll take a look. He can look up. He can look down. He has a neck that moves back and forth. All right. And you can pop the pauldrons off. There is his T-pose, bicep swivel. Obviously no heat here. All right. Now you see that? And people have asked about, so the pauldrons move back. We'll have to get the other one. They pop off easy. People have asked about the butterfly. That is a good butterfly. That is how the G.I. Joe should be, so they can hold hands. So they can hold a gun, a pistol like that. That is one of the best ones that you can find, especially for a $25 figure. So here you have this diaphragm cut. It's going to completely rock around, but he can look down here. He can look up that far. A decent Jean-Claude Van Damme. They do not have drop-down hips. You got your thigh swivel. Ooh, nice, smooth knees. Now, he does not have any type of ankle cut or boot cut. All right? Which these guys do. So they can move back and forth here. Also have very big feet, so you don't have to worry too much about it. He might be a little bit harder to stand. Now, the problem I was having was pushing this up. This here is a rubber overlay, so you can kind of move it out of the way. But he's only going to move back and forth with his ankles like this. And it's kind of understanding. He can only do so much. So, does have again, a much bigger body. Much bigger buck on this. We'll stand him up here quickly. So he's just a little bit taller, but you can tell that he's wider, thicker. So, all right. So the head comes off super easy. And you can just swap these without any problems. The hands come out just as easy. Put the right hands on there. And I don't feel like these are gonna like break off or anything. Super easy to do. Now you did see how easily the pauldrons popped off. Now, I don't know if I didn't have them snapped on properly or what, but I said I'm gonna have this on in here anyway, most of the time. So let's just throw these things back on here. And they do tend to move on you. Guess I should put them on the right way. That piece is going to go up top. All right. All right, there we go with that side. All right, so now they're snapped back on. Got to get a fist on here so you can see how this fist effect looks and features on here. So there you go, man. This is, and because they have such big feet, it really shouldn't be that hard to stand. Of course, that fell off. So you can't even blame this on me dropping. That one is all on him. So of course, there's no gun, no trigger fingers, nothing like that I have to worry about. Showing you guys how easy they are. But there's one there. Let's quickly take him. Oh, we lost your head there for long. I think he was punching that hard. So there you go. We got a nice little fighting position right away. Again, I love these figures, and I am not a. I mean, look how easily that thing stands. But I know there's a lot of different things that he did. Oh, your cape knocked him over. But should be able to stand straight up. Make him just kind of cursing you right there. So easy enough. These figures are so much fun. Honestly, I tell people, if you like action figures, you need to just try a couple of these because they're just that damn good. So I'm gonna wrap it up. There's not too much more to show. You can see exactly how good he is. Wonderful cape here. I don't need to spend too much more time, but it does shift back and forth, and we're gonna get some pictures with him on the Lazy Susan. All right, so my first final thought on this figure is, once again, Jada, you knocked it out of the park. Yes, I could sit there and complain about some small little paint apps. Not a big deal. I could complain about the boot cut. Again, not that big of a deal. You're looking at $25, and you get some of the best posing action figures that you can get. And this has been every single one of them so far. So you're not going to hear any complaints from me with what you're getting. Not a lot of accessories, but again, I'm not asking for a lot of accessories when it comes to Jada Street Fighter. Would it be cool if they came up with some, let's say, trigger fingers so I could put them with my Joes? Sure, but again, that's not a big concern of mine because really they don't go with that. But then again, in the history of G.I. Joe, they kind of do. So, hey, you decide if you want to go out and get it. I love these figures. I think if you're a collector, you need to have at least one in hand. All right, so there you have it. That is M. Bison, the Jada Street Fighter toys. Yeah, Jada Street Fighter 2 Ultra toys, whatever. Again, another just knockout. The only complaint, well, I guess a couple complaints. Paint apps aren't the best. Again, this is a $25 figure, not a $100 figure. No boot cut, but it'd be really hard to do it. Again, it'd be very hard to do it. That's why you're not going to hear complaints. I'm just pointing stuff out. So before someone says, oh, you're complaining about it, I'm reviewing a figure and I'm pointing out certain things. So anyway, this is another knockout, as I already mentioned. I don't have Dalsim. Dalsim creeps me out. I was telling Tony's Figs, because he said, that's the best one. I'm like, he's always creeped me out. Even when we were younger and my friends played it and I watched him, his long arms just, they creep me out. So this one, I like the bigger buck. I love the format of him. And he really does, well, they do kind of coincide with G.I. Joe in many, many ways. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Go pick this up if you find one. I will drop a link. I believe Hella Dope Toys has them on pre-order. You can check it out in the description below. Before we do, you know the deal. Social media as a Punk with Toys on Instagram. Facebook group page, Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a what? Punk with Toys. And also, you've stayed this long, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Jada Street Fighter figure. Now I'm going to get out of here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with a video to Ken, and here's going to be the other Jada stuff that I've done. Take care.